Yeah, see, I don't fly analog. I can only limit how small I can go.
Wait. It's
Oh.
saying we're live here, but I don't have any. Let's
I
see. Is
like
it working over
the
here?
O3 air unit. I kind of want to have the O3 air unit because I don't want to put a.
It's
I
not
like good
populating
footage and I don't want to
comments.
mount a camera.
Right.
Well, we're actually live over there, but it's not populating the comments yet. So,
I do have the V2 goggles.
Now
Couldn't
it
I
just
get
started. It just started.
yeah.
a mod to put
Yeah.
on the V2 goggles to fly analog?
Yeah.
But I'm not getting
Good.
any comment feed over here. Like, here's what I'm getting. The
Refresh it
center
on
There
the
it goes.
left. Refresh it on the left.
No, this is in Eevee Mux. That's what I'm talking about. I can see
It
everybody's
it
comment over here.
it
You
just
know, and
populated on EVMux.
there we go. It just did. Yeah, it just did for me.
Yeah,
All right.
it just
So,
populated. Yeah.
thank you everybody for joining us, and yes, thank you Eevee Mux for finally working after what 4 minutes of initializing. 4 minutes can take up to 2 minutes. My ass. Okay. That's not enough to do this. Okay, usually I can do if I don't cuss too much, we actually get a few views. Free from YouTube charge. So I'll try not to say the big word. Anyway, let's see. David was in the house, AZ Drone Dude. I think Jody was in earlier. Drone Shots. Good to see you as well. Scrolling down. Sammy! Mr. Itchy himself in the house. Good to see you. USA Drone Flyer Captain Joe America, glad to have you in the house too. Zach, good to see you as well. Big orange drone flyer, Zach, good to see you as well. Nemo actually made it in with us tonight. Randy's trying to stay bright and bushy for us, but he's kind of got us. You say you got a little under the weather, maybe?
Yeah, ever since the kids went back to school last week, as soon as they come home from school the first day, they were coughing and hacking, and I think I got it.
Yeah, I think I think it was like that ever since I was tiny too. Every time you
It's
go
a
back
rite
to
of
school,
passage for
yeah.
everybody.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, man. It's crazy.
John, Flying Flint Media, glad to see you. Bob, Big Bob Casey, United We Drone, and at this point in time, free the drones. We really need to free the drones. Remember to write your local congressperson and let them know, no, just because you're going to let us keep the DJI drones we have right now does not mean that we're going to be happy if you ban the rest of them. So, rolling on, let's see if there's anybody else I've missed. Joe Fodolio, good to see you as well. Glad to have you in the house, good sir. Rolling on. Mikey, Flyzone FPV, good to see you. Glad to have you in the house. Scrolling up. Let's see if I think I've caught up with everybody so far. All right, cool. Hide this comment. Oh, Dom, good to see you, buddy. Glad to have you in the house. Glad to have you here. It's okay if you're lurking. Just if you have something interesting here, and when we pop up with something, go ahead and throw it in the chat. Mark, run, Bob, Dom. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to leave it alone. Glad to have you in the house, good sir. Thank you very much. All right, so as I was talking before we went live, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. Let me do a share screen on it. And I'm sure you've heard the other drone shows talking about it. So why the hell shouldn't I talk about it too? Because this is very important to everybody. As you can see, it says right here, it says the U.S. House. This was Monday, just 2 days, a couple days ago. So we got the United House votes to bar new DJI drones as China Week gets underway. And it's this from Reuters. September 9th, the United States House of Representatives voted on Monday to bar new drones from Chinese drone manufacturer DJI from operating in the United States, one of a series of measures aimed at China that lawmakers are considering this week. The bill, which still needs to be approved by the U.S. Senate before it can become law, would prohibit the company's products from operating on the United States communications infrastructure. It would not prevent existing drones from operating in the United States. Basically, it goes on to tell you that they're saying security risk and all this, but they've never shown us jack poo. So, basically, I think it's a big crock. I think what they're figuring is enough people have vocalized about it, and I will throw this link in there real quick if anybody wants to check it out. I think what it is they're figuring, oh, well, if we let them keep the drones they got now. Oh, it's too long of a link. Sorry, folks. I'll try to put it in the other one. Let's try if I can put it in here. Let's see if it'll go through. Maybe. Did it go?
I don't see it
Nope.
yet.
Nope, I don't think it went. It's too long. But anyway, you could just basically say U.S. You type in Google U.S. House votes to bar new drones. But what I think they're figuring, oh, okay, cool, man. If we tell everybody that they can keep the drones they got now, and maybe if we give them one or two more new drones, and I'm going to predict this right now, and I hate to say it, I truly hate to say it. Stephen Drones, glad to have you. Waypoint, New England, good to see you as well. I'm going to predict this right now, and I hate to do it, but I think it's too late. And I'm going to predict that the DJI Air 3S will be the last production drone that we get in the United States. And
No.
I hate to say that. I really do. And I know that we're close enough, Angel, to where we can drive to Canada and get one.
Oh, totally. Yep.
But the thing about it is it won't legally fly here. So if we fly it, we could get in trouble for flying it here. If it's a newer drone. But like you've heard all the other drone shows talking about well, if there's a security leak and it's leaking from all these drones that are already here, show us the evidence that it's leaking from the drones that we got here. Show me that it's leaking from the Mini 3 Pro, from the Mini 4 Pro, from the Mavic 3. Show us where it's leaking and sending all this shit to. But the whole point is they don't have any of that. It's just a way to sweep a huge chunk of drones out of the air easily with the stroke of a pen. And everybody was laughing and joking 2 or 3 years ago, and even 6 months ago saying, oh, they couldn't do it that fast. There's no way. And right here we go. We're going to find out with the stroke of a pen and the sign of a president that we won't get any new more products from China, which I have no idea why. Well, I guess Bill will be mailing out a lot of drones in the future.
Hey, Bill, run over to Canada for me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm bootleg drones by Bill.
Yeah.
Here we are, bootleg Bills.
10% upcharge.
Yeah. It's all bull crap, man. It's money placed in the wrong place. But here's the thing. Like I said, they're going to tell everybody. They're going to come out. And they're going to say, "Hey, everybody, just settle down. We're going to let you keep the drones you got so you can stay in business. You'll be fine. We're going to guarantee you by the time those drones die, we're going to have something equal to them in technology." And I'm like, hell, that's going to be 3 to 5 years, maybe 10 years from now, and you're going to give me something that equals it now? No, I want something that's going to be 10 years advanced. What the hell? I don't understand it. But again, you need to write your congressperson and let them know, hey, just because you're letting me keep this one does not mean that I'm not going to be pissed off at you. And I'm going to try to vote you out of office. And we can't, if we really, really want to push this through. And this started when I predicted this was going to happen when they started trying to slam remote ID down our throats. And they slowly dismantled the hobby side of the sport in order to create 107. I told you that this was what was going to happen was it's going to be so damned expensive that only really, really rich people could do it. They would have people over for a weekend and go, oh, we're going to have high tea and we get to fly those drones. And that's the way it's going to be because they're going to have to hire a guy to come in and show them how to fly it. Because I was like an idiot for a long time. I thought that a 107 could actually have a crew, but no, it don't work that way. It's one 107 pilot to one dipshit. Me, a recreational pilot, so that at any given time he can take the control out of my hands and take over. So you got to have one 107 pilot and one recreational pilot for the recreational pilot to have the abilities of a 107 pilot. But that all didn't used to be that way. And as they slowly started tearing that part of the hobby side apart, where the AMA had their stuff intermingled with the hobby side of the drones, because they didn't get along to begin with. They still don't really get along. Then they, put kind of lumped us there, but we got by with stuff. We got 400 up, 400 feet, out from a building, above a building, and all that stuff. It was really cool. Basically, kind of some of the 107 rules, but not all of them. And then they took that away, and then they said, okay, remote ID, and we were all like, oh God, what's going to happen now? You just sent me an article. Really? Oh, wow. So that's what they said. They're going after China this week. They're going after them, too. So he said now they're going after Temu. And AliExpress. Well, you might as well wake up because that means they're going to go after Hover too because it's a Chinese company. So all this Chinese tech, you kiss it goodbye. That's what they're going to. And the thing about it is I don't think it's going to make a difference who gets in the White House. Both of them are going to sign it, and that's it. I don't think it's going to matter what side it is. I think both of them are going to sign it, and we're going to kiss our drones goodbye. So the only other part after that is to get rid of the senators that actually vote for it and actually take it away from us. And I don't know if that's going to be a big enough point for a lot of people go, oh my God, you took my drone away, but I believe in everything else you go, so I'm probably still going to vote for you. See what I'm saying? I know we all love our drones, but is that going to be enough of a cripple point to where we kick them out of office? Because that's what it's going to take. That's what's going to take. You know, because and we're not. And the thing about it is I don't think I can hold it against somebody for the one thing, as long as their other beliefs kind of coincide with mine. Yeah,
I thought you were a staunch advocate, Bill.
Of what? Staunch advocate of what? I want us to keep our drones. I want us to be here, but I'm not trying to. I mean, because it's every time that it came up, last couple of years, people would laugh it off. It was some big joke, ha ha, never going to happen, And then it's like now all at once, it's like, hey, we're going to fix it so that these are the last drones you ever get. Now, granted, these drones are going to be way far advanced than anything else until they push something else out on other products in other parts of the world, and we all have to see the videos on YouTube. And all can you imagine what's going to happen to all the U.S. drone channels after they ban DJIs? Be like, yeah, I got a new drone today.
Today we're going to show the Holy Stone.
Or
is that going to be banned too?
It flew for 15 minutes, and the battery ejected out of the back, and it exploded into flames on the neighbor's car.
Check out my GoPro Karma video footage.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Hey, I saw one of those on Marketplace for like $350.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna be. Is the mini one still relevant in 2030?
Yeah, exactly. Wait a minute. Do these batteries still charge and to be bloated out to here, man? Look, there's still some batteries that work. Plug it in. No, I had to chop the bottom of the case off and strap it in. The battery's so bloated now. Anyway, supposedly this new bill, it sets it so that all the drones that are here, by the time, if I was DJI, I'd be like, we got this ready, 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 and just boom, all at once. But let's put out the Mavic 12 right now. Let's go ahead and get it out there. We know they got it ready. Let's just go ahead and get it in here. And that way we'll have all of it and we'll be set for the next 25 years. So anyway, what do you all think about this? Seriously, what do y'all think about this? What do y'all think we should do? I'm going to go over here into the chat and see what y'all talk amongst yourself and tell me what you think. Flood your politician social media accounts with facts and make them think how stupid their decisions are. That's why I think they're letting us keep them. Because remember, they had worded it to begin with that they were going to kick every DJI drone off the network. There was going to be no more FCC clearance. And if we flew, we would be flying illegally. So, and now suddenly, because all these people wrote into them and said this stuff to them, they're suddenly going, oh, well, we're going to let you keep the ones you got now, man. So, anyway. So, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the part of the evening. I want to wait for Ron to get here before we get really juicy with him.
Yeah, my biggest thing is getting the equipment. Because the regulations, I mean, if I can be legal, I'm going to fly legally. But if they illegalize it, I'm still going to fly. I'm just going to fly under the radar. And the biggest hurdle is going to be getting the equipment. But I think it's too big of an issue.
I don't understand what you mean. Fly under the radar.
Well, I'm saying I'm going to fly my drone incognito. I'm not going to, you know what I mean?
You're going to put your DJI drone in Addy mode?
No. I'm saying if they illegalize DJI drones so we can't fly, I'm still going to fly my drone. I'm just not going to go fly in front of a police officer or make it known to everybody.
Well, yeah, but you're still going to be connecting to the FCC network.
Right, but it's
fly
not
your
like they
drone.
can pull up a screen and say, "Oh, they're not going to go out and looking for thousands of drone pilots and find out who's flying them." You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean?
probably not. No, they're not going to spend all that money and waste all
So
that time.
I'm personally not worried about that. I'm just worried about not being able to acquire the tech.
We're all going to be. But the thing about it, wait a minute, let's see. If DJI was smart, they would know what drones we have our grandfather says. But yeah, that's why I said you watch. Here, and I'm going to go. Okay, and this will kind of be a segue into what we're going to talk about. But I'll do that in a minute. First off, I want to talk because we got Nemo here, we got Gary here, and I want to because Gary has got a very evolving and killer situation going on in his life right now, and it's basically in his hands. He's got total control of what's going on because, well, Gary, you want to tell him what I'm talking about? Does that make any sense? Or is you're like the
I,
man there
I think. Are you talking about the
at
inspection
work?
thing?
Yep, at work.
Yeah. Well, I forgot how long ago it was. There's a company called it's spelled D. Well, hold on, I got it. There's a company that has a drone that does inspections for aircraft, and I've been in aviation since like 1995 for like 30 years. So they are bringing one of those inspection drones to Heiko to fly to do inspections, and the guy asked me if I wanted to be involved in it or fly it and stuff, and he's saying I need to get a 107 and all this stuff, so I might be doing drone inspections at work on aircraft if it
So,
happens.
what does the drone? Does it check out like? Do you send it like through the inside and it looks for cracks or something, infrared, or what is the
Well, Bill,
purpose?
if you could can you screen share me?
Yeah, if you gotta, there'd be a button. See the screen share down there for you on your control.
um Hold on, let me see where
Look
It's a little
under
TV with the arrow in it.
share video or share
uh,
screen.
share screen. Is that what you're wanting to do?
Okay.
Share something you got?
Yes.
Okay, when you
Google
do that,
Screen and the
Chrome.
arrow points up if you click on it.
Let me see.
we're
It's
not
telling
real
me.
formal here, folks.
All right, hold on. I gotta add a password and stuff to it to screen share, I guess.
A what? That's a
Google
new one.
Chrome.
It should just give you. It just should say, "What do you want to share?"
Who's the bald chick? Oh, there we lost Nemo.
Oh man.
Wrong one.
It was. I guess that was the nude picture. Who's you don't know Angel? Angel lives right down the road from me, Sammy. I actually fly drones with Angel from time to time. He actually just got married a couple weeks ago. She's
Yeah.
pretty cool too. She flies drones. That's somebody made the Alan from what is it? Is it Ireland from the Drone News Media? He's going to get his wife a Neo. There he is. How about that share screen?
Uh,
Shit.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Give me a second.
We're not.
How about I just send you a video and you play it? How about that?
Oh! So it's even harder for him to track you down.
Uh,
Maybe it's because you're broadcasting. I think what the problem is you have to have the right to broadcast on certain frequencies. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, that's what I said. I think that's the reason they're letting us keep them. They figure, if we let them keep these, we'll give them one more fancy drone. They'll be okay for a couple of years, man.
okay, where do I share this at?
See the little thing? It looks like a TV with the arrow.
No, I'm not gonna try that again.
What?
I'll tell you. I'll send it to you.
I guess send me the link. All right. Where's
There you
that?
go.
Did you send it? Where did you send it? In our chat
In
here?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it though. Wait a minute. Where is it? Did you put it? Where did you put it? Oh my
It's in
god.
private chat.
Oh, there we go. I see it now. Private chat. Okay. Oh god, it's gonna be something I can't share, right? Well, hell,
It should-
If they bitch, they bitch. I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm not. I just want to show their. Hang on. Don't renew. I won't. Here we go. Hold on. Let's see how pissed off they get. Okay, share screen. You can just kind of tell us what they're doing because I'm not gonna play their actual video, their sound. How
No, you
about
don't
that?
need to play sound.
Okay, so boom. We'll go big. Cover. Wait a minute. I'm gonna cut big and cover everybody up. Everybody, do your thing right quick now. Everybody's gonna be undercover for 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Well, maybe not quite that long. All right, here we go. Boom.
See,
Smoke it if you got it.
that's AAR. That's one of our competitors. We're like number one in the world for our aviation MRO, and AAR is like number 5. But it flies down and does like a video inspection of the outside of the aircraft, looking for damage like cracks and corrosion and all kind of stuff. I actually met that guy and talked to him. That's like the one of them representatives from there. They're from France too, by the way.
Ooh,
But
very cool.
yeah, he had a hot chick with him too. I don't know if she works for that company. I hope so. I hope I get to like meet her again. But it's actually it was neat, man. I mean, it's all automated.
Squirrel.
You have like a model set up of whatever aircraft you're inspecting, and you take it and set it down and hit a button, and it flies and it records the video. And they have another model that will actually, if there's damage like a dent, it will actually map that dent out. It'll say how length and width and depth and where it's at on the airplane. It's pretty amazing, man. The technology is insane.
Oh, yeah. Sorry to hear about those people down there in the hurricane. Best wishes to all you all down there. And we all know what happened today. We all know where we were. Everybody's talked about it today. We've had moments of silence here and there. I hope it doesn't ever happen again. And back to Nemo. What are they doing right now? They're just programming. So basically, let me go ahead and kill this. I don't think we really need it no more, do we? Or at least not full screen. So basically, you fly and then you get all these readouts and it tells you like if there's missing screws, it tells you if there's missing, or if, like you said, if there's rust or corrosion, if there's a chip or
Damage, yeah. They're
yeah. So
basically looking for damage is what we do. We inspect the airplane and go out and look, and if there's damage like a crack or corrosion, we fix it. And in order to do those inspections now, we get on a big man lift and go up. And we've had aircraft damage where the lift actually hits the aircraft, and it's like, this is like so safe. But the guy told me that the FAA will not approve it unless there is a operator that has a control in case it flies away. So that's what they're working on now, and that does have to be someone that's 107 certified.
okay. All right. So I'm missing. It's okay. Does it have X-ray or
No,
thermal
it does
vision?
not.
What about thermal?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
So
I think
We
hey,
we just
that
do
could
got
be
the
we
video.
we we do have X-ray. We do some X-rays out there sometimes, but
Bill,
that
you
no,
get
the
it.
drone does not do that.
okay. I'm exiting the screen share. What'd you say? Were you saying Angel something?
Oh no, I was just saying cut the video because it went to the next video.
Yeah, it
And
was. It was.
like you
It
went
was.
by.
He'd already kind of given us an overview as it was, because Randy was like curious about what it was, and so basically, the company would buy a drone, and then you would service it and fly it there for the company. Hopefully, wouldn't that not be
Right.
cool? You wouldn't have. You'd be your. Oh, what if? And then you would be. Here would be even wilder. You get 107 certified, and then you get a crew. Like you get a 2-man crew.
Well,
You,
here's the even wilder part. I was telling him that I've been studying for it and stuff, and he told me, he goes, "Well, don't quote me or anything, but before you go to take that test, let me know. I think Hong Kong will actually pay for it, so I'm gonna get a
That's
107
sweet.
for free."
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I would bust. I would be busting ass
it's not
right
cheap,
now.
so that's a good thing.
yeah.
I would be busting my ass right now and then say, "Hey, well, dude, I was going to register to take that next week." And
He
if he looks at,
also
go
he
ahead.
also was telling me that we're right across from the terminal in Greensboro, and he told me that He said, I'd like to get it to where we have like if a drone across the way, a aircraft across the runway needs an inspection, we can just hop in a car or a truck van or something and drive around and do that, and charge the customer for it. And I'm like, bro, that would be awesome.
If they get pissed at the government, they'll can't. Oh wow, that's true. That's true. Let's see. Yeah, that's exactly, man. What do you do for a living, man? I get to fly drones and get paid for it at work, and then you know what I do when I get off? I get to fly drones and get drunk.
Yeah.
It's
And I
called a
make so much
win-win.
money now. There's this hot chick from France keeps calling me on Facebook. Let's see. Okay. Bob Casey didn't crash anything. Okay, so Lon was pointing out earlier that he's like, hey, and Angel, and I know Angel's like me. He's got his OG Mavic 3 too. The only thing that I would like to do is upgrade from a Mavic 3 to a Mavic 3 Pro, and I think that'd be cool then. But I'm really curious about that new gimbal, man. I'm not gonna lie, and it really sucks that that's probably gonna be beyond our reach. I really think the Air 3S is gonna be the last one. I really think it's gonna be the last drone. Okay, and Ron Brown, I don't know, wherever you are, hopefully you're gonna show up, because I was really hoping that Ron would have some questions for Nemo, and I'm gonna actually send him the link over here on, let's see, is Ron around? Let's just do it this way. In Messenger on Facebook, so y'all can say, Ron, are you coming? Wake up, Ron. We're going to start talking about the Neo now. Okay, so the title of the show tonight is actually Neo, Fly Like an Eagle, or Crash and Burn. And I'll be honest with you, I've seen a lot of crashes, but I have not seen anything really heavy duty, except there was one thing on Twitter that Jasper posted, and I will share that with you guys. And
Wasn't that was his Neo, wasn't it?
No. It was a subscriber. It was.
I thought it was his.
But like we were both saying, he's trying to say it's the motherboard. I don't think it's the motherboard. It does sound like it's an ESC that's bad.
I think the only one I have really,
because it's just it's acting like it's going to lift off, and then it rotates, and I'm like, it just, one's not spinning right. So either one of the motors is bad, or like you said, the ESC is burnt. Anyway, let me get over here. I need to share. I sent Ron that link. Y'all wake Ron up.
No, Ron. What's going on, Ron?
Okay, let me bring us back in so that we might add and see. Okay, so, and I will go ahead and play the audio. This is Jasper Ellens. Everybody know this is one of his subscribers. Here we go.
Was the props going backwards?
Outstanding.
it just seemed like stealth is really fun.
It doesn't, it's just, it's either a motor's burnt, it seems like, because it's like sticking, or like you were saying, an ESC is either going bad or has gone bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it would, if the ESC was all the way bad, it wouldn't be burnt, it wouldn't be spinning. And then when I made it large like that, you could see all four props were spinning. Would it?
No, it'll spin. Yeah,
Okay.
It'll spin sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, there he is. And we got him. I got to him.
Hello,
Hey, Ron.
everybody. And I want to special welcome in for Gary. Good to see you back on the show tonight. Randy, Angel, Bill.
Yep, glad to have
Thank
you
you,
here.
Ron. Thank you.
And Ron, this is Ron's third show of the day, and like I said when he was on Johnny Drone Flyer's show, that as per Ron's contract, he had a 30-minute refreshing break before he came on the show. So that was, we had to let everybody know that, so everybody that was waiting for Ron to get here, okay, you get your popcorn, get your drinks. We're ready to go now.
Yeah,
Okay?
I'm going for the Guinness Book of World Record. Day. One show I even did on location, Bill.
Yes, you were live with Lucy. I
Lucy,
saw that,
live on
and it was
location.
they kept trying to get him to turn it. He was like, "No! I finally got a signal over here. I'm not touching anything."
I waited until I was leaving and turned it, so in case I went away, it didn't matter. I was going away anyways.
Yeah. So, but yes. So anyway, and I haven't seen anything. I've seen a lot of crashes, but it looks like the Neo, because it's so light, doesn't really take any heavy damage unless it's like a head-on collision. And that
And
particular
even then,
drone,
how fast can it really go the collide head on anything?
well, I think that like this one, if you read what Jasper said on his page, it said that excuse me, it was the very first battery, and it was only like 4 or 5 crashes. So it could be a dud drone. You know, every now and again, DJI will throw out a dud drone. That does happen. So hopefully you get care refresh, and I'm not sure care refresh shouldn't be expensive at all. It should
Well,
not
that
be
should be
expensive
under
at all.
You shouldn't
that
need
should be under
anything on
warranty.
the first flight.
Yeah, that should be
Huh?
under warranty.
Yeah, first flight, anything should be under warranty anyways.
Yeah, true. But I would, but he was talking about in that thing that hopefully you got care refresh.
Yeah, I
But
guess
I
gear
would,
refresh still helps if you need a replacement.
yeah, but the thing about it is I don't think it would be that expensive. Like maybe $25. You know,
Right, because you saw care refresh is real cheap, right, for that drone.
I would think, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know for
it's
sure
real
exactly
cheap.
how much, but here's the
I
deal.
just had 38 for 2 years.
Oh,
Something like that.
38 for two.
I mean,
Okay.
for 1 year, it's practically the price of like a expensive
battery.
coffee at Starbucks.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so here's the thing, and here's the reason I don't think that we're getting that everybody else in the country has gotten the combo with the new RC N3 controller. Okay, and supposedly that controller works with all the older products as well as the new products, right?
Yeah, wait a minute, the Mini 4 Pro and the Air 3 got updated to work with the RCN3 a couple of days ago last week.
Right, and the reason being is because right on the heel, supposedly we're going to get the Action 5 Pro at the first week of October, first or second week of October, similar to how we got the Neo. And then at the end of October, we're going to get the Air 3S with, and we've already seen it because it's already been shown to us by Igor and by Jasper. The front of the Flymore box has that, and it even says it's the new NCR3 controller.
Yeah,
But he-
RCN3.
RCN3.
I can't get them right anymore either.
Well, they keep switching them, but yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, and so that works with Neo, that works with your Air, your Mini 4 Pro, all that stuff.
Now, basically, it'll work with any drone that came out in the last year or so.
And it's also going to come out with the Air 3S.
Yes.
So that's why I don't think we're going to we won't get the Neo packaged with the controller until after the Air 3S comes out. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
Did you see what else works with the Neo? RC2.
Yes.
You got
More cream built in. Bill, let me jump back to the Air 3S for a second. Will that come with a new smart controller, or will we still be flying that with our DJI RC2?
That would be nice.
We get an RC3 along with the Air 3S.
Man, but remember how much the last RC cost us, man? I mean, it was like what?
Well, I don't mean a Pro. I mean just the basic one.
Okay, so but still, what, $1,000?
$300.
No, we're talking with the screen.
No, but I'm not talking the Pro. I'm talking just the regular.
Like the RCN
The
one. And
RC2.
Well, here's
RC2.
something. Here's something. You ready for this? For some strange reason, the new controller has just over half the battery life of the RCN2 controller.
Yeah, how much battery life do you need to fly the Neo? It only goes. for
Wait
10
a minute, but here's the thing. What if what we're not realizing is that not only are we going to find out once we get it, but we're going to lose a lot of range too. and they're going to use that as kind of a way to tell them, hey, well, we can't fly. We can't fly, 8 miles out this way anymore. They can't do that anymore. So they're even less of a risk for you all to worry about.
Well, Bill, if that's the case, nobody's going to be upgrading from the Air 3.
Yeah, they will with those big 1-inch sensors in there. Oh, yes, they will.
I bet you there's more range jockeys than there are one-inch sensor jockeys.
I don't know, man. Because
Randy,
for work,
what do you think? Are there more
Wait a
range
minute.
jockeys out there, or
Here you
large
go,
sensor
Ron.
jockeys?
What if they do exactly like they did with the Air 2S and enable the enterprise programs?
That would
And
help.
yeah, that would help. Because I think that's what they're offering up. Because remember, the biggest community that was upset about potentially losing the drones were the 107 pilots. Those were the ones that spoke up the hardest because they were like, look, you're tapping into our revenue. You're taking away our money. These are the kind of drones that we need. So they're like, okay, what if we get them one more drone that will actually use all this software? It's pretty much the top of the line, and it's going to be the top of the line for at least, like I said, 3 to 5 years. They won't be so upset.
I'm
True.
sorry, Ron. I was reading the chat. What was you saying?
Randy, as far as an Air 3S with a decrease in range and signal strength, or whatever, what do you think is more important in the community? Range jockeys who want that range, or one-inch sensor jockeys that want the bigger sensor?
Probably 1-inch sensor.
So you wouldn't mind giving up your range of your Air 3 to go to a scaled down Air 3S as far as range and signal?
Well, it depends on how much range, because I regularly fly out 4,000 feet. That's around the,
You got to chase those boats. You need a little
Right.
range, right?
right. So
Right,
I'd
but
have to weigh the difference.
And Angel, you do a lot of flying around the city. There, you need some good signal, right?
Yep.
But Angel's probably
Absolutely.
not going to buy an Air 3S anyway.
No.
Well, he'll just wait for the Mavic 4. I get it.
I'm waiting for that Mavic 4.
Well, it's not going to
Which,
come.
of course,
We
he'll
won't
probably
get it.
have the same,
We won't get it here.
usually gets the same OcuSync as the most recent Air.
We won't get it here.
Vancouver, BC is not that far away.
Well, yeah, and like Lon said, we won't actually be connecting to, but so then it wouldn't broadcast the remote ID either.
Well, we're not the only country that has some form of remote ID.
Does Canada have remote ID?
I'm in the toll room.
And if so, think of it this way: if Canada has their remote ID, and you're operating a Canadian drone down here in the U.S., it's not going to matter, right? Or
True.
will it still fly down here? Is Lon
Think
still
so.
here? I don't know.
I mean, Lauren brought drone
I missed the
DJI
chat
drone he
for a
bought in
mile.
Canada to the South Florida drone meetup, and they flew.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Lauren and Lonnie brought drones from Canada that they bought in Canada to the South Florida drone meetup, and they flew fine.
It's hard to believe how long. Yeah, time flies, pun intended. Yeah. It's like
Well,
an old
Chuck, that
friend.
partly that's because that drone, it launched early before it was really ready to go. It really wasn't ready to go until about spring of the following year.
Yeah, because it was the connection issue was the problem. Remember,
main
everybody
problem.
was having, but remember, Ron, we never had any of the issues that everybody else was having.
Yeah,
I think
I mean, it didn't take me 5 or 6 minutes to boot up, but it did take me 2 minutes or whatever. It didn't take the
Yeah.
15 seconds that the previous drone did.
So in the future, I can buy a DJI drone tax-free in Iceland, have a great vacation, then haul it home. But what happens when it goes through the scanners when you get it off the plane? You gonna put it in your carry-on?
Well, Bill, when
Still gotta go through, don't it?
when you leave how do they know you didn't leave the country with it? I mean, like when I bring a drone through customs, nobody's asking me for a bill of sale on it or whatever.
Right.
It's a good point.
Well, I don't want to. I'm doing a test, Chuck, or I would highlight your your latest comment. Yeah, here we go. I'll highlight that one.
TSA doesn't care. Yeah.
Okay, so let me get back to the meat and potatoes because I know he's going to have to leave before too long. So, Gary, you're going to buy, or you've already ordered a Neo, and you're waiting like everybody else until roughly October 10th for you to get your drone, right?
That is correct.
Did anybody else here on the panel order a Neo?
I've ordered a couple of them.
Had me do seats.
Well, I just see who gets here first. I'll cancel at some point. I'll cancel a bunch of orders.
Well, you can sell me one at a discounted price. I even told Gary he could order me one because my birthday was last month.
Yeah, there you go.
He
Gary, which kit did you order?
I just got the one with the 3 batteries.
Yeah, so I've ordered that one. Yeah,
but that's why we don't have the combo, is what I'm thinking.
Right. Well, Gary, you intend to fly at FPV, so you don't care about that standard controller, anyways, right?
Well, actually, I mean, some of those modes on it is like, you know, the droney and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted on the Avata 2. I was like,
Okay.
If that had the Avata 2 had that would be like, that'd be like the perfect drone for me.
And of course, you don't need a controller to use those modes. You can either do them by just touching a button on top of the Neo or by using the phone.
Well, here's my thing. Do you remember when Lauren posted that link Monday night for their store up there in Canada?
Yes.
Okay. And it looked like Marcus ordered right then and there.
Well, he didn't order because all he could get was I think the only thing available was the kit with the controller.
Yeah, it was the combo.
Yeah.
But the only difference is the controller wouldn't work here right now, or maybe I don't think.
Yeah,
but the batteries and stuff would,
right.
And the drone would.
Well, I think Marcus has gone 360. He only wants to order the basic kit, the $199 kit now.
Oh yeah, because he's got all the other controllers. Right.
And
He
didn't think he'll be flying all that much, so he said the one battery would be okay if you need. He'll order another battery if he thinks he needs a second battery.
That makes sense.
I mean, how many dronies and orbits can you do around yourself in one day, right?
Right, and Marcus isn't going to be flying
what?
FPV
Now
style.
say that. Okay, look at this. He's saying
went to Canada, got 2 Neos and sold them to AZ.
To David? Are you serious?
He did.
I wonder if he's talking about David, AZ drone dude.
Oh,
yes,
drone dude.
That's who he's talking about.
Wow! So
he left live he left live on the stream, drove to Canada, bought it, and came back. Went out in the backyard.
And drove them all the way to Arizona.
We could do that. We could do that, man. But it would take us like about 5 hours.
He came back. Went out in the backyard.
Will we be import exporters?
You have to declare it though, don't you?
No, not if they don't know about it.
Hey, Bill and Angel, y'all need to get on the road.
Right.
We could make some ducks, man.
About declaring, Bill, usually when you come in from a country, all they want you to do is, you list the 4 what you had and whatever. I've never seen anybody check. Like if I say, well, I bought the 5 T-shirts and a bottle of rum and a straw hat from the Caribbean, nobody ever asks to see them.
Are y'all reading this? Yeah, so Paul Murray drove into Canada and bought one day and then sold it to David. And then then Paul went back again the next day and got another one, and he sold that one to David too.
I wonder what kind of markup he's getting on these drones.
They're cheaper in Canada.
Oh yeah?
No, Paul. He probably sold them at cost.
Well,
they're $185.
What kind of currency is Paul buying these drones with?
It doesn't matter. It's still only, even if he uses U.S. currency, it's $185. Because it's like a U.S. dollar is 1.26 Canadian dollars, I think.
So we should all get in the drone transporting business.
Because I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Old Bill done checked, and he done.
Hey guys, Drone Labs has a drone in stock right now.
Who?
You ordered
Drone Labs is in Vancouver, BC.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to say, Angel. I've already got it plotted out. There's 4 Best Buys that all have them. It would take us 5.5 hours, but we could get 5 of them. Wait
Sounds
a
like
minute.
sounds like a day trip.
Paul Murray.
Fly
Yeah. Wait.
450. Got the whole thing.
Oh yeah, we could get the combo. Yeah, with the controller.
Randy, how long would it take us to drive up to Canada?
Probably about 12 hours.
One way, yeah, one way.
Wrong way.
I don't think he bought the combo. Was it just a drone alone, or was it combo?
No, he got the combo. He got the combo with the
with the
RC,
controller. Oh wow!
He was
Even
saying it was
cooler.
like $400 and some dollars.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul lives that close.
Yeah, he's right. They only worry about bringing alcohol over.
Well, I mean, the only thing that is the border is what slows me down. That's because we're right at a major crossing point for a lot of people here. So it stays pretty busy. Yep, so just the one with the controller. Wait a minute. Lloyd, hey! I haven't said hi to Lloyd. Hello, Lloyd. I'm
Lloyd's been
sorry.
here.
I'm slow. Oh, he's been here for a
He
while.
actually sold one to AZ Drone Dude, then sold another to David's son. Okay.
Oh, very cool.
They're probably the first Americans that actually got to buy one in the U.S.
Yeah,
Wow.
he bought. Oh, wait, he bought the second one, tried to sell it to you. It cost $400 because shipping tolls he paid, came with the controller. No, I don't want it. I don't think I would want it. No, I don't want it either. There's no way for the U.S. government to stop you, bring an old drone up, trade it in, or junk it, and a new one comes home.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
The only
true.
thing they're going to ask is, did you buy any food?
Hey,
Did you
Ken.
bring anything
Good to see
across the border, food-wise?
Or any livestock.
Livestock, right.
Or
You don't want
you
to
could
bring any
take,
livestock in.
you could take it out of the box, throw the box away, and say you brought it with you.
Yeah, I flew it up in Canada. Yeah.
Yep. As long as it's
Or
not drugs,
even
I
if
don't
you want to
think
say the box, just mail the box home to yourself.
Yep.
Wouldn't you have to have permits?
Oh,
If you're under 250 gram, you hardly need
Under
anything in
250.
Canada.
Yeah,
under
exactly.
250.
It's super light. I forgot about that. No,
Yeah,
man. I didn't do none of that.
Those border patrol probably have no idea about drone regulations anyway.
Yep.
And plus, if they see that little thing, they're just going to think it's a child's toy.
Yep.
See, now that's another thing. You all have seen the footage. I've seen the footage. It is crispy. I'm not going to deny that. It is seemingly very saturated. And Vic Moss, like I said, I typed in a couple of shows that he says that it's not 107 worthy.
No, dude, we went on one when we went.
So, and I do know that Dobo made a video. I haven't watched it. You know, that he was testing it because it does fly well inside a house because it uses AI and it does have 2 optical flow sensors on the bottom, I think.
Go check in
So
the
as long as the house is fairly
How
well
bad
lit,
the,
it's going to
she's
lock
grabbing-
on because they're not Bobo sensors. I think they're both two megapixel cameras. What are we chuckling about? I missed one?
I haven't heard anybody say Bobo in a while. That's just caught me off
'Cause
guard.
I'm
Let me
really
go get my
trying-
Bobo stickers out of the closet, Gary.
I'm trying not to cuss, man, because y'all know my favorite word. I always try to get really bold and come out and say it. But the last few weeks, I get a high five could be. But this is what's strange. I don't know if anybody else is getting this, but they'll give you like a high five thing, and then they'll give you perks. Like I got a free movie pass to one of the local cinemas, some free pair of 50% off a pair of shoes at
50%. Hey, 50% off a pair of Bobos.
pair of Bobo shoes.
I got the Nav drone app right here. I'm ready to fly in Canada, guys. Let's go.
There you go. See? With a
Okay.
sub 250 gram.
Sub 250.
Yeah. But Bill, back to your point. So Dobo, he had no problems flying the drone inside for real estate, but he did say that the video quality wasn't up to his level though for what he does for real estate.
Well, like I said, I hadn't watched the video, so I didn't know.
Yeah, Mads Tech said Ian said it. He thinks it's a plastic lens on the camera.
Oh, so, but I thought there were filters for it.
Yeah, they're
Freewell's already sending them out to the influencers.
So they're snapping.
I actually watched a video. I don't know who it was, but a guy was like changing all like the white balance and all the shutter and all this stuff. He was manually doing it, and he was getting some really good results with it. I mean, it looked really impressive. I don't
Now,
know.
Gary,
I've never heard of this guy. It was
yeah.
just a random thing that popped up, and he got some really. It looked really good.
Gary, I don't know too much about this, but I've heard some people say that you can change some settings if you're using a controller, right? But if you're just flying on the palm of your hand or whatever, you can't
Yep.
change any of those camera settings. So you're just
Right.
putting up with whatever the base is.
I did hear that he was saying that you can't change it through the app or without a controller, but like with the FPV controller and the goggles, you can go in and change all, like you can adjust everything.
But what I don't know, Gary, is when you go, say you got your control and you adjust it, when you go back to just launch it from your palm of hand, I don't know if it defaults back to the default camera settings or your adjustment stick. But that's what I don't know.
Well, you
That's a
could
very
log your
good,
settings. You could actually
interesting.
log your settings on a piece of paper, so it wouldn't take as long, even if it did reset.
Well, but you can't change them when when you don't allow the palm of your hand. You can only change them, like Gary says, when you have the Fly app open.
Right. That's what I said. So you just get a piece of paper and you write down and go, oh, okay. Because usually if it's anything like me, I'll go, what was that? 17 or 15. And then I'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
so it's easier when I get it dialed into what looks really good. Go ahead and write it down. That way, like if something happens, like you were saying, and it resets, then I'll at least have it written down, and I don't have to go hunting for it
Yeah,
again.
that is smart. But I guess what we're trying to say is we want those same color settings when we're flying as a selfie drone, and that's not going to happen unless they update software.
You know what I really want?
What's that?
I want DJI drones not to be banned in the United States. So
At least not the Neo.
I'll take the fact that I can't adjust it in the little bobos. So in the Fly app, there's absolutely no way to it. But within the Fly app, in the goggles, you have a way of doing it. Is what you said?
No,
Gary?
I think we're saying it's in the flap with the controller.
But you need to. But what I'm trying to say is when you pair, you have to pair the FPV controller and the goggles to the drone in order to get it to work. Don't you have to pair everything because the connection come through the goggles?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
So
okay. I found the video. It's a Stuart and Alina.
Oh yeah, yeah.
DJI.
He's a big channel out of Scotland. He's a big channel. Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy's good.
he got some really good footage. Like
He's
it's
a
EV
crazy.
professional
monks.
photographer, videographer. Yeah,
Yeah, it looked really good.
yeah, that guy's
He,
incredible.
here, see, Bob's talking about the layout looks, but now the backdrop and stuff I made myself.
Oh,
So
okay.
I've got like 4 or 5 backdrops that I
Okay.
made
Oh,
myself.
nice. Yeah.
But
We're
it's just like
I like our little kind of blue basement.
well, see, it actually if you look back there behind us, there's like a big neon sign that says
Yeah,
drone
yeah, it's
therapy.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I see
so
it.
And we
but
like
yes,
like our own little club, Bill.
yeah, kinda something
Yeah.
like
Club
that.
DT. Club
Yeah,
DT.
yeah.
It's
Angel,
like it's
we're gonna start charging
drone
a cover
club.
charge.
But
The
okay,
first
so
rule of drone club is you don't talk about drone club.
Yeah,
so
Brad Pitt's
anyway.
going to join us a little bit later here.
Well, here's the thing, for $200, everything that I've seen, I can't. I was really expecting there was going to be a shitload of the little drones torn up and messed up, but they're so light. It's just like it's like tossing a feather in the air when it hits from 5 feet up.
Yep.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, for $199, you can't beat it.
And it
Yep.
is a great entry level drone. Like you said, it from a phone. You do. The only thing I don't like is it looked like it had vertical controllers.
Well,
I would
but
rather do
somebody like Billy thought that was great. He hated to fly virtual sticks landscape.
because he works. He that's his job is to sell more drones.
He's not sponsored.
Oh, he bought his own.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say he had it. He's
no.
one of,
Remember, no. You giving your drone's not sponsored. You don't get paid to say anything.
well, I'm kind of. I think. Well, I think if they give you a
I'm
drone,
just playing the devil's advocate, Bill.
I'm just saying if they give you a drone to test and you don't pay nothing for it, then you're sponsored.
Sometimes they
Yeah.
take the prize back.
Yeah, sometimes, but I don't think they'll take his back.
Okay, like I think they took the M30 back, or
Oh yeah, I'm sure because they hand that around to 3 or 4 people. But I don't. I mean, we're just talking about a $199 drone, so I think that they'll pretty much let him test it till it burns up. So
Right.
if he wants to make 500 videos with it, and something else, DJI never, ever gives us everything that a drone's potential is, its full potential is up to, out of the box.
Right.
When they first released, man, it's a good 6 months, possibly even a year before they open it up all the way. Something tells me that we may get some different frame rates out of that camera. That is pretty crappy if it's got a plastic lens on it. You know, I have to admit, that's pretty crappy.
Well, maybe that's to help make it more crash proof.
Yeah, and he tore it all the way down. Like he tore it completely down.
Well, see, Gary was asking what kind of flight controller it had on it, what kind of ESCs it had on it. Is it a 2S battery? Do we know if it's a 2S battery or is it bigger?
I haven't heard yet.
If it's a 2S and you get that you know,
It
what,
won't die there.
15 to 18 minutes, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's asking what we were talking about earlier. Yes, I do think it will pass easily through the Senate, and it will get to the president's desk. And like I said, I don't think it's going to matter who the president is. It will get signed by either one.
I hope the president's off that day.
And it just kind of gets shuffled into the trash, and they have to start all over again.
Right. Or the secretary loses it under a pile of papers.
There you go. I'm actually, thinking about trying to get to that one. I'm hoping.
Bill, you're renting the Airbnb on the beach.
Well, no, I don't. I would like to, but I didn't win that big lottery like I was hoping somebody in Texas did.
I didn't do too good either on that lottery.
So no, I don't think that's going to happen. But I was trying to think if, possibly because, I heard Johnny and were talking earlier about bringing the wives, that it was a really good thing to bring the wives down there because they had a lot of, a lot of stuff for them to do and enjoy. And I think Gary's turning into a pumpkin. Is he turning into a pumpkin? Okay.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Is it also Randy's bedtime?
Yeah, I'm probably going to head out as well, guys. I gotta get some rest.
Look at it. That's what it was. That's what.
I'm still going strong after 3 shows.
Whoa! He just.
Oh.
Well, I gotta get up.
I'm joking because I'm the one that's usually falling asleep first.
Yeah, I gotta get up.
I'm usually the one with the sleepy eyes.
Did you have that Mexican Coca-Cola?
What time did Ron wake up today?
Hey, Lawrence, what's up?
This looks like a water bottle, but I got my Coke in it.
There we go.
I've been up since 3:15 this morning.
And
I think I finally.
I gotta be at work at 5.
I think I finally went to sleep about 1:15.
Where do you live, Randy?
Maryland.
Oh yeah, so you've been up. Yeah, I was up 4:15 here. So.
Yeah, it sucks. I gotta be at work at 5, so I gotta get up at like 3:15 and be out the door by like 4:15.
All right, guys, it's been great.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on with us, and you need to come back on when you get the Neo in next month.
I will for sure.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, Gary. Appreciate you.
Bye, y'all.
You get a rest. So wait a minute, Angel, are you leaving too?
No.
Oh, okay. So he's not actually.
I was just saying, I'm ready. I'm ready to take a nap too.
All right, fellas. I apologize, but I will see you next week.
All right. Thank you very much. You have a good one. Get feeling better, sir.
All right, Bill. Angel,
see you later.
See you guys.
Bye bye.
Then there was 3, Bill.
Well, but here's and I've already said this. I said this early on in the show that I think that the Air 3S is going to be the last drone that we get here.
before the ban takes effect.
Yeah, and I think that I really and truthfully, unless they manage to squeeze out the Mavic 4, or excuse me, the Mavic, the Mavic
Mavic 4.
4 by January or February at the latest, the absolute latest, then I don't see it happening.
Well, maybe this Air 3S.
Well, all things considered, I was about to say, all things considered. So the inauguration would occur, what, January?
January 6th?
Yeah.
Well, it did 1 year anyways.
Well, no, January, it's like the 18th or something like that.
Yeah,
anyway.
January, like the 18th.
Okay.
18th
So
or 19th.
basically, they would have to get their act together. It's going to take a couple months for them to do the whole legislative process. It may get kicked down the road. My hope is after the Mavic 4, they can call it.
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. When they came back from break, hang on. Okay, she got it. But what's going to happen is they came back from break, and it only took them a month to throw this together. They've already voted and passed it. So now it's going to the Senate, where one of the co-authors lives. So it's not going to have that much trouble getting through. And I expect this, to be honest with you, I expect this to be signed about after Thanksgiving, before Christmas. That's what I'm afraid.
And do you think it'll go in effect that day, or there'll be like a grace
I
period?
don't know. It might be like, what are the physical year? It might be the physical year. So it'd be like, what month is that? Like when they reach
October.
Oh, really? That's the new physical year is in October?
Usually October.
Okay.
Huh.
Does anybody know? Because I was thinking, so we might get by until October next year. I don't know.
Well, then
I don't know how it
time
will
for the
work.
Mavic before the peak its way out.
Yeah, but I still think it's probably going to be the Air 3S. I think that this is going to be a done deal within 6 months.
Well, maybe they'll make the Air 3S so good that it'll hold us for years.
Right.
Well, I wish, I hope, I'm praying. I don't think I can afford the Mavic 4 anyway. I'd have to sell pretty much every drone I had in order to buy it. And then I would be, it's hilarious when you watch me fly my drones, because I'm like,
you're going to baby it a little bit, huh?
Oh, I do more than baby.
It'll be like he'll pull it out of the bag, put it on the ground, start it up, turn it off, put it back in the bag, be like, good flight.
No, if there's only one or two of us, then I'm kind of more cautious than you would think. But if there's a group of us, I tend to get a little more brazen because there's more people egging me on, But the one time you weren't there when we went up to the lake. We went up there at Anacortes and flew.
Anacortes, right.
And that unreal fog snake came out over the water. I probably went the furthest that I've ever flown that day. But honestly, I stick to it. I only go as far as my eyes will let me see the drone.
Right.
And literally I can't see it super far out there. So I'm not gonna lie about it. But then everybody else will be like, I can see it, man. Go ahead. And they're over there flying their drones. I can see it, man. Go. Go.
You totally have it.
Yeah. And then we'll be like, wait a minute, what? And then suddenly I'll hear somebody go, wait a minute, what height are you flying at? But the cool thing is when there's a bunch of us together, everybody's calling out elevations and where they're at and stuff like that. It was something that was really cool. Ooh, that's a good question. Here we go. Here's a question from the audience. Or from the panel, excuse me. From the audience to the panel. Mini 4 Pro or Air 3? I know what Randy would say. And I'm going to probably agree with Randy on that.
Yeah. I mean, if money's no object, just get the Air 3, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I would get the Air 3. But if you can hold off until basically for another month and 2 weeks, you could get the brand new Air 3S for roughly.
I think that's meant by all those question marks, whatever they call it.
Yeah,
The
but
new
I
Air.
think,
Yeah.
the Mini 4 is much better on the wallet, and
Yes,
but the quality is going to
agreed.
be much better
Quality,
in
right?
the Air 3.
And but mostly the wind performance. The Air 3 is a lot more stout flyer
And the
than the
cool
new
thing about is if you do get the Air 3, you're going to get that killer lens,
3X
isn't it?
Telly.
Yeah, that everybody loves in the
Yep,
Pro, the
yep,
Mavic 3 Pro.
yep.
And you got the AccuSync 4, right?
Yeah.
Well, you get the same OcuSync on the Mini 4 Pro.
So it is the same. It's the same.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I haven't upgraded in a while.
I mean, the only way I tell you to get the Mini 4 Pro is that if you don't want to register and all that stuff or whatever, you
That's
don't
true.
want to broadcast remote ID, get the Mini 4 Pro. And if you want to travel to foreign countries a lot, get the Mini 4 Pro. If none of that matters to you, Air 3, whatever.
No. Okay, to this question it says, if this did happen, would you be able to buy the Mavic 3 Pro 2? Yes. You'd be
Yes.
able to buy every old. So basically, DJI could ship in all the drones that have been approved up to that point. They could
All the
keep
old
sending them
drones,
to us.
yeah, stock
They
the
could keep,
shelves with them.
they could just keep sending them to us. Keep building them, and keep sending them to
Yeah,
us. And
5
they
years
could
from now,
actually.
you can still buy a Mavic 3 in place of one you just crashed or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I just looked at my data stats for flights, and
Mhm.
one flight I flew 8.74 miles.
Round trip?
Yeah, total.
I was
No,
gonna
I was
say.
whizzing it all over the place, just
You never went out of line of sight. You were just going back and forth.
going back
Yeah,
and forth. Yeah, I could see the drone the whole time.
never went out of line of sight.
Yeah.
No,
And then you could hear that, like, remember from the old days run when we had the Steve Austin and the Bionic Man, and then you can hear Angel, and you just every now and again you hear that, you know, and it would focus in on. That's the sad thing. Yes, it probably will. But it's just a scaremonger bullcrap, man. It's just I don't understand whether I don't because the thing that's killing me is I'm like, okay, fine. You've been telling us for going on. When did they start this shit? Like 4 years ago. That they're spying on us. They're doing this. They're doing it, and
Yeah,
then they've never shown us anything.
right.
And at this point, it's just ridiculous because now they're they're taking it away. I feel like I'm like, what do you mean? That what happens next? They're telling us, okay, your phones can't have cameras anymore. You can't have a Polaroid instant camera. You can't have a DSLR anymore.
Well, unless that Polaroid, you can't connect to the internet.
Well, like even new DSLRs have Wi-Fi
Yeah,
connections now.
yeah,
I mean, come on. You
yeah.
can upgrade the firmware by using a Wi-Fi connection.
For 10 years, my phones have connected. I mean, my cameras have connected to my phones. That's
So,
something new.
and I'm just it's crazy.
But Bill, you know how everybody takes things to the Supreme Court or whatever. Do you think we could take the drone bill to the Supreme Court and have them shoot it down?
I don't see how they could actually make it unconstitutional because they're using it where they're hitting us from two sides. They're saying that they're stealing data and they're saying that
national security.
they're saying that we can't be trusted with them. And
But wait a minute. But the Supreme Court could be trusted to look at that data probably and make
not
a decision.
necessarily, not necessarily. They just don't even have to take up the case. They have to in order because if they don't see that there's any standing on it, they would never take up the case. They would just go, nope, we're not going to look at it, and that would be it.
So
I mean, we could
no
try,
chance. No
but who
chance
do
of the
we?
Supreme Court helping us out.
Well, the thing about it is we don't have enough, and that's one thing about Bob Dempsey pointed out. We need a drone pact. You know, we need actually to have some big amount of money backing. And not saying that DJI doesn't have money, but because we're so anti-China right now, it's just it's.
We need a drone czar.
I don't know that would help, to be honest with you, because they're using this. They're saying that we can't be trusted with them, and to a certain extent, I've seen people over here that made videos where they've strapped bottle rockets to them, and and I'm not gonna lie, have a beer or two and do something stupid like that too. And that's what they're saying. And then we've seen what goes on, over there in overseas, and they're using with
Right,
drones.
and war zones.
So we're seeing what they can be used, and what is it? The Ukraine's got those new dragon drones, they're calling them, or whatever, and so they're turning them into weapons of war, and we just like taking pictures.
Terrorists in the past have loaded up the trunks of cars with a bunch of explosives and drove them into buildings and blew buildings up or whatever. Nobody's ever calling for banning of cars.
Well, I don't know where this came from.
You can weaponize almost anything, Bill.
Let's see. Let's get back to paying attention. What you don't have? Let's see. You don't have high enough security clearance to see. But no, the whole point is I'm tired. I'm not going to say anything about security clearance, but it's ridiculous. I don't need somebody to say, "Hey, Kay, we're going to spend this X amount of million of dollars and giving you a substandard product, and you're going to have to give up all these that work." And the reason being is because it's a security risk. I'm like, all right, man. We've all of us have, evolved to the point to where we can understand a threat if you give us the bullet points of what you're saying is wrong. So you don't necessarily have to come out and say everything. You can come out and say, okay, the drones have gotten data from this critical point, and they've gotten data from this critical point, or what they're trying to say is the reason they can't tell us that is because then they'll know where they're actually doing the right. And I'm like, they know where they're getting through at, and they know where they're not getting through at. They know 10 times more than you and I do. But if they're gonna take drones away and not say that they're not going to take these away, or they're going to take this away, or they're going to take this away, they're going to have a reason for all of it. It's ridiculous. At this point, I'm not denying that it's a security threat, because somebody could do something asinine with the drone, strap whatever the hell they want to with it, and do something stupid with it. I totally agree. I'm not denying that
But
can be
again,
done.
you can weaponize a lot of things.
Right. I'm not denying
don't
that.
Get banned.
But all you and Angel and I want to do is go out and take pictures of beautiful places and videos of beautiful places, and we don't go to critical infrastructure points where we can't fly in the first damn place.
And the geozone won't let us take off the critical infrastructure anyways.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't understand. They need to. That's what I'm saying. They need to explain to me. I'm like, well, then make it a no-fly zone. If it's so important that they shouldn't be able to see it, then make it a no-fly zone. You just tell DJI, okay, this whole area blanketed, you can't fly there.
Put a geozone there, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's locked up. It don't fly there. And then we might bitch about it, we might moan about it, but I guarantee you, we'll drive somewhere where we can fly it.
Because all you gotta do is drive 100 feet on the other side of the geozone. You can fly to your heart's content as long as you don't fly into the geozone.
Exactly. Yeah. Then yeah. So you can. That's what I'm trying to say. Most everybody would go, and that's why I'm really curious. They didn't ban planes either. True.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You could get a private plane, load up with all sorts of explosives, and fly it in anything you wanted to. They're not banned.
Wait a minute. This came up. I'm being honest here. Over a couple of drone haters. Yeah.
Yeah, Bob. You're right, Bob. You got it.
Wait a minute. I missed this a couple minutes ago. Yeah. Herman said they don't have that bill.
They don't have that bill.
Okay, I was rambling for a minute.
Yeah, I don't know what we don't have either.
Yeah,
but we need Bob Casey to take Stefanik and Tester out and show them how much fun it is.
Yeah, Bob Casey just posted that. They're not talking to me.
Go to what's that thing? I don't want to say it.
Yeah, the one that Bob Casey posted.
That web. There you go. Drone Alliance. Thank you, Bob.
Yep, and that's a DJI run site.
Oh, really?
I'm still. Yeah, they actually put that site up. I'm still lost They're not talking. Okay. It's just
Yeah.
you guys.
Hey, Herman, a lot of people don't talk to Bill and I.
Yeah, or Angel. We
Yeah.
just talk.
Well,
We
they
talk
like
amongst
Angel.
ourselves.
They like Angel. They don't just like Bill and I.
Oh yeah, because they always want Angel's room to be proper, and they don't
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
say. They never mention. They never mention how our rooms look. Except, oh wait, Bob did. Bob complimented me. He said the layout looked really good, and he wanted to know what software we were using. So that's cool.
Okay.
So that's kind of neat. But maybe he's talking about the government's not talking to us about what the security risk is.
Right, right. They don't want any feedback.
But I see that's what I'm trying to say. Why? Because remember the original bill that kind of fizzled said that they were going to activate all the way back to all the DJI drones. They're going to kick them all off, remember? Because the bill got stricter as it went along, and then everybody sent in all that stuff. And then they were like, okay, we're not going to touch the older drones. We're going to make that clear. We're not going to touch the older drones that we blamed for the problem in the first place that's causing all the issues. We're going to let them keep flying. You know, the ones that have done this and this and this that we're not telling you about, we're going to let them keep flying. We're just not letting anything new come in. And I'm
So
like,
my old Mavic 3 could get all the sensitive data it wants to and broadcast it back.
so how y'all doing? We're strange and unusual. Or at least I am.
Oh,
Megan.
well, Lloyd, I think we're having a good night, aren't we, fellas?
Oh,
Angel,
no,
we
no.
having a good night?
Ron, no. Remember he said, we were talking earlier when Herman said, they're not talking to you. And then Lloyd was agreeing. And he's like, no. I talked to you all. He was talking to us.
Oh, I forgot.
Excuse me.
As you guys can see.
StreamYard has made it so that the cheapest subscription, other than the free version, is going to be $45 a month.
Oh, wow.
Okay, EVMux, unless they've changed stuff, their free version still lets you stream at 1080p, and I think you can have maybe 4 guests. So,
And what's their
Might be time
lowest
to
paid
transfer
version?
to EVBox.
yes, no, you won't be screwed. No, you're not screwed.
Oh.
So any drone that's okay, that's got FCC approval before they put this ban in is good. So I'm saying the Air 3, we might get the Mavic 4 before it comes into effect. But like everybody else pointed out, any of the new drones you want will still operate here, but we will be technically doing it illegally. But how many cops are going to stop and go, what model DJI drone are you flying?
And what year is that DJI?
Oh, yeah. You got papers on that there? Oh, yeah, I need to see.
Hey, pull you over. I need
Yeah.
to see license registration on that drone.
A little drone in the air. Got a little
cop drone. Yeah, a little black and white
drone. Please land your drone. Then the drone turns around and is like, what? Can't hear you.
Put the window down on that drone. Yeah. Registration.
It'd be wobbling in the air. It's the Cheech and Chong drone. Roll down the window. Bunch of smoke comes from the battery.
The drone will have to do the breathalyzer.
Well, no. You see it. The view from the cop drone is looking at the other drone, and then smoke starts coming out of the battery, and you hear Labrador. You know, I don't know if you saw any of the Cheech and Chong movies, you would understand that. But no, if you buy a drone that's got FCC approval and you buy Care Refresh on it, it'll be good to go. Like I was saying earlier, DJI will still be able to send every drone. Hell, we may even get Mavic 2 Pros, man. You never know. We may start getting Mavic 2 Pros again. We might get Phantom 4s again.
How about a Phantom 4 Pro? Yeah.
Yeah, bring it back and put all new upgraded internals in it. Well, I don't know if that would cover either. It would have to be the same internals that it had before.
Yeah, it had to
I
be
don't
exactly the same. Yeah. Maybe they could repaint it a little bit or something.
Repaint it a little bit.
Hey, Bill, we could get the Phantom 1 back again because it didn't broadcast, right?
Yes, DJI knows about it. Would raise prices. No, I don't think they'll. To be honest with you, I think the Air 3S is going to be roughly the same price as the Air 3.
Or maybe $100 more if it has a 1 inch.
Exactly, because what's going to happen is, well, we always know the sign is when they have an extended sale. Oh, 12 for free. Look at that.
Put it up, Bill. Put it up on the big screen.
Yeah, there you go. EVMux lets you have 12 for free. But I have had trouble the last couple of weeks. It's taken me as much as 4 minutes to connect.
Oh, remember last week, Bill? We hardly got on the air.
Yeah, and I had mentioned it to them, and they didn't say anything. So what I did,
we had 3 shows going at once. Remember?
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
But what's so strange is it aired out from the first login, and then it created a new show when I tried to start again, even though it shouldn't have. It should have just reconnected that one. But no, I really truthfully.
But where are you going, Bill? So what's more affordable, Emux or StreamYards? If you're paying, if you want to go to a paid version.
Well, the thing about it is I don't know for sure. I got a like a.
Do you have the basic or the pro?
I got like a 20 or 40% off because I bought a year. So that's the if you're gonna do one of these, if you're really serious about live streaming, which I need to get more serious about it, because y'all know that we never plan this show.
How are you not serious, Bill? You do this every week.
I'm talking about. Well, no. Ron does a lot of because Ron's co-host gave him major kudos before he got on tonight, and he said very plainly that Ron Brown is the heart and soul of Drone Nation. And Ron puts in, and he's even talked about it on here before. What he'll do is sometimes he'll put up a little poll in Drone Nation and see how much activity that poll got, or he'll put up an article that he's found somewhere and he'll see how much activity that article's got. And that's the basis for that week's upcoming show. And so that's a pretty cool formula, but you have to keep up with these things and pay attention to these things. And me, I'll get up in the morning and I have things that I have to take care of as soon as I get up that must be done immediately. So what I'll do is I might see 1 or 2 things in my Google feed, and because I search so much drone stuff, usually I'll get 1 or 2 things that are either camera related or drone related in my feed pretty much every day. And that's where you'll see me throw something up in Coast to Coast Drones. But when it comes to the shows, don't you remember last week, Ron? We got towards the end of it, and I just threw out a name for the show, and basically that's as far as it went. I made that trailer, and then yeah. But yeah,
well, even with all the shout outs I got, Bill, some weeks I do a good job of what you said I do. Other weeks I don't do such a good job. So I'm not consistently on top of everything. A lot of weeks, it's not a lot of prep done. Like last week, there was very little prep done except to get Lauren on and have him talk about the Neo.
Yeah. And like tonight, my problem was I didn't really talk to Gary about why he was buying it or what he intended to use it for, because I was rambling on about why I thought we weren't getting the controller combo. I was like, and Gary's like,
it's okay. But I think what I'm trying to say is that you've been putting shows on for years. That's dedication. Because there's a lot of people that could do something on a Wednesday night. I mean, you're working, I'm working.
Yeah.
So you got to give yourself props too.
And Bill solved the whole problem where, for a long time ago, we used to use Google Hangouts or whatever to these streams. And when Google Hangouts is going to go away, a lot of us are all panicked. We were going to use, what's the one business uses? Zoom? Is it called Zoom? What's the one all?
Yeah, a lot of people went to Zoom.
We were going to use Zoom because that's the only one any of us heard of. And Bill found StreamYards and got us all doing StreamYards and saved the bacon. A lot of us still use StreamYards.
Yeah, then StreamYards really, because StreamYards no longer owned by the two boys anymore.
Oh, really?
No, they sold, man, they got mega bucks, like $130 million.
Get out of here.
For StreamYard, yeah.
We should have been messing with drones. We should have started
StreamYard. And so it's only a matter of time. EVMux has got a lot of bells and whistles in it. So it's it's got glitch the easiness of glitching. I think that's part of that their servers are stressed right now, and that's part of what takes so long to actually log in and get running and everything now. But it's good software, and for free you get 1080p. And I think it's just like EVMux, you have to have their little watermark up on your screen. So I mean, and that's not a bad deal. Just like Bob was saying, everybody looks a lot better because we're in 1080p, not 720.
True.
Right.
Me, I look a little scarier because I'm like crazy. But
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. As I age, I'm not worried so much about the 1080p.
Yeah,
I think the
well,
720 look a little softer down the age.
this one's cool. It's got some like software stuff on it that like you can actually do with the camera. It's got beautification. Ooh, like
Oh,
I could be
wow.
prettier, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then you got your audio and stuff. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. We should be coding.
We're in the wrong hobby. Yeah, right. Yeah. We
Well,
got to get rid of these drones.
EVMux has a lot of built-in stuff. It's got timers. It's got like I can do banners. I can do tickers. I just haven't done a whole lot of them. It's got It's got built-in sound effects.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and we can do yes. Thank you. I've been doing drone therapy for almost 8 years now.
Oh, that's cool.
And
Bill, I mentioned this on Johnny's show. Are you the longest running drone show on YouTube?
Ken Heron. Well, no, technically no, because Ken Heron actually started his show a week before me. But Dan Sampson, when he was drone worship, he calls his channel I Fix Sheet Now.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that got me into live streaming. He was the one that
Okay.
showed me Google Hangouts and got me doing Google Hangout streams. And Dan would have Google Hangouts that had like 15 and 20 people on there, And so and then Google Hangouts went away, and then Dan actually was with me and Billy Kyle when I started drone therapy.
Yeah.
And Billy Kyle I think it was his freshman year of college. And so
Okay.
Billy's already been out of college for a while, got a successful business,
Right.
and no longer speaks to me. But anyway, I don't. I never know.
Billy's too busy to speak to a lot of people.
Well, no, he's so temperamental with me. It's like I'm just like, if I say the slightest thing wrong way, like John Coopy too. I made a statement. Everybody knows me that knows me even personally. I don't really have a huge filter. I prefer being directly honest with people, straightforward, honest, brutally honest, and to the point of sometimes I piss people off. And then I've been put in my place more than once too, because people put me in my place, but I prefer blunt honesty more than anything. So I get direct to the point a lot of times, and people tend to go like, well, he's a smart ass. And I'm like, no, I'm just me. And I made the comment, and I was never trying to offend John, but I made a comment live that I'm pretty sure is what offended John. And to this day, Coopy's got me blocked. So I can't actually speak to him on Facebook. But he comes in the show sometimes. Anyway.
But back to my original thing, though. So Ken Heron doesn't go weekly. So you're the longest running drone show weekly.
I guess I don't know if you
because that's quite that's quite an accomplishment.
I didn't really think of it that way, but
I mean that's a real feather in your cap.
Mm-hmm.
To say that we're the longest running drone show on YouTube. That's
well, you gotta understand. I mean, you've been doing it, and
you said 8 years.
When you were ill, or you went out for the little bit, or for the holiday, you've been doing it on a regular basis.
Well, no, what we do, I do the same thing every year. Usually because Thanksgiving's on a Thursday and we do the show on a Wednesday. Sometimes people.
Leave Bob's comment up there.
Yep.
I just went 10 years older.
Yeah. But yeah, now Ron can't see a thing.
Yeah.
Dan, that's what I said. Dan was doing live streams a couple years before Ken. That's what I said.
Bill, the first time I watched your show, the only DJI drone I had at that point was the Phantom 4. That's the only DJI drone I ever owned when I first started watching drone therapy was the Phantom 4. That shows you how far we're going back.
Oh, I have a puppy dog that wants in. Oh, it's already after 7. I need to.
Yeah, it's time to go anyways. You might as well wrap up, Bill.
He's pushing hard. He wants in here.
Yeah, wrap it up, Bill. Wrap it up.
But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about how I'd piss them off because I would rather tell somebody the truth, and I hope they understand that I'm just because with me I would blunt honesty is the best thing, and yes, sometimes I'm a little too blunt. I know, but that's just me. It's the way I'm wired, I guess. So I wasn't trying to really piss anybody off. Most of the time when I say stuff on here, I'm not trying to create drama. I'm not trying to make drama. I'm simply commenting on what I'm seeing and observing because I would rather be honest with everybody that watches this show rather than get fluff from a manufacturer or pat everybody up because I want them to show up next week. And I want everybody to show up next week, but I want them to show up next week because we're the longest running drone show on YouTube. And because we're honest, we try not to tell bullshit and, try not to lie about the things. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so with that being said, I will ask Ron, do you have anything new coming out this week you would like to share with everybody?
Somewhat drone related. I always record the Ocean City Boardwalk Corvette show every year, so that video is coming out soon. I recorded it with my favorite action camera, the DJI Action 4. So that's coming out mostly, and no, outside of that, small videos, like local videos, nothing big on drones. I'm still kind of shooting. Phoebe Mini 3 videos. There's a Phoebe Mini 3 SE coming out now also, Bill.
Oh, wow. Says it expired.
So
that's it. He says that the link expired. Says the event has been deactivated or expired. Wow.
We went too long?
What is Vic's website? What is Vic Moss's website?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is Vic Moss's?
I'm sure if you just Google search Vic Moss, you'll get right there.
Vic Moss.
Vic Moss drones. The case is
I'm getting Vic Moss photography.
That's him.
I know, but it should tell me what the name of the other company, the other link.
Type Vic Moss drones in.
No, I'm looking at his page. It's mossphotography.biz, but I'm looking. It should be here. DSPA. Yeah, here we go. This should have some stuff. If not, pretty sure you can email him or message him on the site, and he will hook you up. Oh yeah, there he goes.
AZ Drone Dude put in the drone advocacy thing, but somebody said that's down.
No, it's working now.
Okay.
It worked fine. His link worked fine.
Okay, good.
But I also put in that link to the DSPA. What is it?
No, honestly, do you think we have enough time to get to our senators to have them squash this bill?
No.
Even if we had millions of people go to the Drone Alliance, we don't have millions of drone flyers, but if we did,
I don't. Not that we could unite in one big group to really just push on them. I think the only thing, the emails that they got up to this point is why they took that part out that they weren't going to make it retroactive. So just keep hammering them.
That was the bone, the carrot they gave us, huh?
Yeah, exactly. They're like, okay, we'll let them get out what they can in the meantime, and then after that, no more. But like I said, everything that they're blaming it on is what's here now. So to me, I'm like, if you're saying all that stuff is doing all this bad stuff, but you're going to let it fly here, isn't it still going to be doing all the bad stuff?
We have to understand, Congress said don't operate in common sense down there.
Yeah, common sense. So, and Angel has some Pocket 3 unboxing videos and
you got it, Angel. You did it.
So
I did it yesterday.
Are you going to do your first impression video with it?
I mean, I've never done one of those. I'm
okay,
sure
so everybody help us out, and let's come up with a title for Angel's video. I finally bought the Pocket 3, and here's why. And
Yeah.
Angel will be like, and he's got the Pocket 3. Do I have mine in here? No, I've got the Pocket 2. So
Yeah,
he can be
I
like,
don't have one close by either.
I finally bought the Pocket 3. Here's why.
I will say that the footage is.
Yes.
Tested already, Angel?
Oh, yeah, he's
played with
tested
the
it.
animals. Oh yeah. I had that puppy charged up, so I got it at 7:00 last night. Charged it up, got everything. I need to do some of the settings, and then. But yeah, so I'm gonna. We went to an alpaca farm last weekend, so I got some beautiful footage. I got to make a video and do some things, and then this weekend we're going to potentially Forever Twilight and Forks. So we're gonna use this puppy here too. So
You take
excited.
the cinema camera with you.
Have you been to Forks before?
Yeah.
But did you ever find the vampire baseball field?
The treaty line and all that stuff. No, I haven't gone to the baseball field, but there's a treaty line,
Dude,
and all that stuff.
my wife happened to. It's like a little bitty, like posted sign. I swear to you, and you're just driving down this gravel road, and if my wife hadn't seen it out of the corner of her eye, we'd have never found it.
Wow.
And I don't know. This was like 10 years ago, so there's no telling how overgrown all that is.
Haven't been back in a while.
But La Push is pretty cool.
Yes.
I really like going on the res. That was really, and the beach is gorgeous.
Yes,
is absolutely gorgeous.
I've been to that area in 2018.
And if you go by the Cullen house, and it ain't nothing like the one in the movies.
Well, those are all in Oregon.
Bill, put Johnny's most recent comment up.
Okay, right in the middle of it.
The hurricane. Wind gusts up to 62.
Oh, the back end's going to be the worst. So the eye's getting ready to go over.
Yeah.
The eye's getting ready to go over.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I know
cameras,
it dropped to Category 1 fast.
Speaking of cameras, anybody getting the new iPhone 16 Pro?
Nah.
No.
I'll get the 17 after we. Usually, what I do.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
What we do is we'll pay off our phone.
Yeah.
And then they let us trade it in.
Yeah, I usually wait. I usually don't get every year. I get every other year.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I had the 14 Pro, so I'm ready for my
upgrade. 2 of the 14 Pro. Right, I'm on year 2 of the 14 Pro.
Oh, so you should be upgrading.
Yeah, but I think the thing is that I'm like, nothing. I haven't watched any video, but I feel it's not worth it.
If they give us that new OS,
don't watch the videos, then Angel. You wait until you see the camera improvements and the camera button and shutter, the real shutter button on it.
Yeah, I'm still because the problem is this is the same thing for all this stuff. You got all this gear. What are we doing here? How many different devices? Unless you want to be like that guy in Europe that has like 6 different
with the stick with all the things on it.
Right. Exactly. Put a GoPro, an Insta360, the Pocket 3. You know.
Okay, so here we go. Are you still going to go live now? Right? Are you still going to go live, Johnny?
Johnny's going to go hurricane show.
Yeah, he's going to do a hurricane show. So we'll
cool.
jump off here and let you get to doing it. But Angel's going to be doing hopefully be doing some Pocket 3 review videos.
Are you going to put some video? Yeah, you going to put some YouTube videos up on it?
I will do that because I'm excited.
I want to see them. I'm a big Pocket 3 fan.
I think it would help your algorithm, as people would say, if you would do some review videos. And,
totally.
and put yourself on camera and go, and it rotates and go, and then here's the view. You could actually go and look at one of Billy's videos or one of Aldrin's videos and copy the damn thing frame for frame, word for word. But
and keyword for keyword and
everything.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Johnny's.
No, he's not going to go live. All right. Well, stay safe, Johnny.
Yeah.
And I'll thank everybody that came in and checked it out with us. In my personal opinion, that $199 for the Neo and the fact that it's so versatile and can be used by all those controllers and can do a little bit of everything for $199, I think is worth it. I think it's worth you waiting until October? At this point, I would wait till you see it in the store somewhere. I'd wait till you see it in the box in a Best Buy.
Or just put that $200 towards the Air 3S.
Yeah, because that's what I'm waiting on. I'm not going to buy a Neo. I want an Air 3S.
Yeah, and if they come out all come out in October, I don't want two drones at the same time. I'd rather play with the Air 3S than Neo.
For sure. And I don't
Mavic
know.
4 or bust.
Oh, Mavic 4 or bust. All right, folks.
And that's a show ender. Good night, everyone.
Appreciate it.
Y'all be good.
See you later.